And once again, we're back, Simple little message. All you have to do is be you. Simple, but at the same time, it's a weird idea in the sense where it's like, why wouldn't you want to be you? You are you, you're your own person, you live in your own body. But at the same time, a lot of us don't necessarily act like you in a sense, or you don't create yourself in the idea that you want to be. You live in an idea that is not for you, and that doesn't truly make you happy, or doesn't necessarily make you feel successful. Because success is subjective in a sense. What may be successful for one person is meaningless to another. What makes you happy or feel successful, or makes a success that which is like, it may be something entirely different for the person right next to you, for your parents, for your brother, your sister, your aunt, nephew, friends, family, like anyone. Success is different for each and every single one of us. There may be some parallels between them, but in the same sense, it's different. We have our own idea and vision of what success is, and on what level. Whether it's family, friends, relationships, yourself, your well-being, your health, your mentality. So many different things that we can talk about of what success is. But I guess in one sense, it's doing or becoming who we set out to be, or who we envision ourselves to be. And I guess in a sense we can have a goal or objective that's huge. I want to be here, I want to do this, I want to be this way. But I guess in the same sense, it's that journey along the way that also makes us, that creates us, and who we become and are becoming. So it's up to you. It's up to you to create your own, in some weird way, it's character development. You have to create it, but at the same time, you have to validate yourself for your own, success and your own effort. Again, it's one thing like that people acknowledge that, yo, you're doing this, congrats. But at the same time, it's like you have to feel that. You have to feel like, I'm glad I'm doing this, I'm glad I'm putting in the effort. I'm glad that my effort, my achievements, or my vision is being attained. That, I set this here and it's happening. It's either, been done, or it's in the process, and over time you gotta be patient with it, but it's working, it's playing itself out. And it has to matter to you in order for it to feel like success, because if it's something like someone just told you to do it, it's like you're kind of dragging your feet along, and it doesn't really feel like a win. It doesn't really feel like success. It doesn't really feel like this is it, like this is a win in my books. Sure, cool, you told me to do it and I did it, but it's like, okay, it didn't really mean much to me. If it didn't mean much, it's a matter of what brings value, in a sense. What is value to us? What matters to us? And that's the thing, all of us have different things that we care about. Because you can ask 5 different people, or you can ask your brother, what means something to you. And there may be some parallels, again, family, friends, relationships, but it's like deeper within, like how do you want to have, what is the kind of relationship you want to have with your wife, or your significant other, your husband, whatever it may be. And it's like the different levels and different things within that. But even so, right, if we talk about goals, and dream jobs and things like that, it's like, it's all a process. And we know if it's like something we truly care for, truly just like, it's apparent, because often, and even in videos you hear people will say like, oh, follow this structure, go to college, do this, do that. And ignoring the facts of how society is right now, and expenses and things like that, which does play a role. I can't deny it. But it's like, does that mean something to us? Like, is that what we envision ourselves to be, whether it be a doctor, a lawyer, an officer, an engineer? Is that what we truly envision for ourselves, or is it just something that was put onto us and we just accept it as it is? You know, that's one thing to think about, because sure, money is important. I can't deny it, and it's like, and, you know, I don't want to be broke. I don't, but it's like, at the sake of what, and how long can I live with that? Because if you do end up taking, you know, that route, right, it's like, how long can you put up with it? And do you have a plan for, you know, for when you get out, for when you don't want to be there no more? Do you have a plan? And do you have things that kind of keep your life, you know, happy or joyful or positive? Because if that is dragging you down so much, what do you have to unwind and relax, or to bring you joy, if you go down that route? But even so, if you chase a career that you like, and then by all means, you know, if you can make a good amount of money from it, then good props, good for you, amazing. But, you know, but it's just the process in doing something that matters, doing something that truly just matters to us, and that's the whole point. It's like, you know, if we follow what people tell us to do and try and grab and cling on to different things, it's like we're falling into a rabbit hole of just meaningless success, or meaningless, I don't even know whether to qualify it as success, meaningless objectives. Because success is supposed to mean something to us. That's what success is. It means something to us, but you're just achieving things that are meaningless, so it's just objectives. That's what it is. It's just objectives that you were told to do and you did, and it's like, okay, you know, it's whatever, and it's, you know, at the same time, it's like thinking about mentality, right? You know, how we act or interact with ourselves and our thoughts. You know, I want to try and keep a positive outlook, you know, and I'm not in total denial of bad things happening, because that's truly not possible. Bad things do happen, you know, that whether bad things happen to us or bad things happen in the world, things like that happen, and I can't deny it. But at the same time, I don't want to be so fixated on it where I lose sight of the good things that also happen, you know. And even so, you know, you can put yourself in a circumstance where you take a bad situation and you do things to make it better, you know, whether it's a community that's struggling and you create a program to give back to them and create positivity from there, right? But just looking on, you know, how to make things better, or how to make things more positive, or without, I guess, necessarily denying the negative state of things, you know. But and it's like, it's entirely possible that it's like, you know, that bad things happen, but you just pray for the best. You pray for the best, and if it's something that can be taken into your own hands, then, you know, do what's best. Do what's best. I genuinely believe just helping other people and caring for other people, it just brings us true joy and true, you know, happiness. That sincerity that you share for other people, and that, you know, genuine empathy. I feel as if that's natural to us, to help the people around us, or the community, or just someone that needs it. I think that's truly just a beautiful thing, a blessing. But at the same time, remember to take care of yourself, you know. Above all else, you know, you are with you 24/7, so make sure you take care of yourself too. You know, mind, body, spirit, everything. Because it's all together. It's all together. Because if you eat bad, your mind's gonna be a bit more messed up, and, you know, you're probably not gonna be in the highest spirits. But if you eat good, you work out, you do things that make you happy, the habits that make you happy, you're, you know, doing things that mean something to you, it's like you'll be in high spirits, and you'll be, you know, living life. You'll be living the life. most money, you may not have the best cars, you may not have the fanciest clothes, you may not, you know, you have the prettiest partner or whatever, but you don't need it necessarily. You don't necessarily need it. Like, it's cool to have, but it's like, you know, at some point it's like, I'm happy with where I'm at, and anything beyond this is great too. You know, accepting what you have and what you will have just makes it all the more beautiful. And even so, it gets me thinking of like manifestation, right? This term we just kind of toss around, but it's like, isn't the whole point of manifestation is having a clear vision for a goal that you have and setting out steps to achieve it and taking the actions to achieve it? Isn't that what manifestation is? And also putting yourself in that state, in that mentality to also be that person. Now, if you say I want to be an artist, how would an artist act? How would an artist move? And what does the artist do? And you just act, and it's like, who's to say you aren't after you do all that? And you create yourself in that way, and you move yourself in that manner. So it's like, I guess that's the whole point of manifestation. It's not just like that. As far as I understand it, that's what it is. Having a clear-cut vision, a clear-cut goal thing that you set out and achieve, and moving towards it, you know, and just embodying what you say you are, or you will, because at some point you basically are. You are what you say you will become. But I guess at the same time, I guess we gotta be honest with effort and be honest. That's what I mean. Just be honest with yourself. The amount of effort you're putting in, is it enough? Are you doing everything you need to do in order to set yourself up for that? Are you doing that? And there's always more to learn. Of course there is, you know. And sometimes I do wish, you know, I need a lot more than I do now, but it's like, it's all a process. And I just gotta be patient with it, and it'll take time. I don't wanna, because at the same time, it's like, I don't wanna try and cram everything, because it's like, I won't really grasp anything. Because let me just finish my point, and I'll just talk about that, because it's like, even so, it's like our expectations can kind of hold us back. In a sense where it's like, we place it and we bet everything on it. And it's like, if we don't achieve it, we feel bad for ourselves. But if we achieve it, we feel better for ourselves. When in reality, it's about the act of doing, or the, you know, becoming, and the things we do within that time frame, or within that area, or that bubble, that really just makes us. Where was the point I was gonna go to? There was something I kind of want to go into, just because it struck something in me, but I already forgot. I'll go back. Hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, it's like, the point I wanted to talk about is, I was watching this video from Dr. K. He has a YouTube channel. You can search him up. I highly recommend him. But he was talking about, you know, I don't remember what it was into relation of, but it was the idea of cramming your brain too much and not letting everything truly digest, in a sense. Because it's like you're trying to intake so much, it's like you forget what happened at the beginning, and you keep trying to learn more, but you aren't necessarily applying it, or, you know, understanding it. You're just hearing it, but you aren't necessarily understanding it. And reflecting on it, and reflecting on, what does this mean? How do I apply this? What does this do? And truly just trying to get a true grasp on it. Because there's times too when I realize it's like, you know, I've been listening to this audio for like, or this podcast for this long, but I don't necessarily remember many points. There'll be things that stick out, but it's like, you know, I do gotta reflect more, and I do understand that there's more to learn, and kind of remind myself, like, you know, there's still things you don't necessarily know. And even so, it's not trying to burden myself with too much, trying to expect myself for doing too much, and kind of just being patient and understanding that, you know, we can only have so much information thrown at us at one time, which gets me thinking of like a random side topic of like the school system. Because if I remember right, you saying, you know, you pay attention for 2 hours, and then after that it's like your mind kind of just, your memory kind of gets a little fuzzy, right? But we're in school for, you know, however long, and I wonder if it's like, you know, that break in between periods, like the 5 minutes you have to get from one class to another, does that kind of reset everything, and we just kind of keep it, like retain the information, or is it like just you kind of forget everything, and if you don't truly just study the material or understand the concept and things like that, you just kind of forget, just because you're being thrown so much at one time period without much time to kind of digest. I don't know, that's what gets me thinking. I don't know if there's any studies, I don't know if there's anything like that. It was just something on my mind, you know. But other than that, you know, I think I just want to leave it off there. It's been fun. It's been fun. I guess just the update, because I think the last time I recorded a video was like 2 weeks ago. But I've been kind of just uploading them over time. So I usually record like 2 videos or 3 videos in one sitting, just as I have now. You know, it was my birthday, cool, whatever, you know. But what I did like is this jersey that my brother got me. Is a Japan one. It's so nice. It's so cool. Like I wanted the one they used, the blue and white one. That one was fire. You know, that one was something I wanted. I don't know where to get it yet. So who knows? That may be long gone. But I don't know. I guess I'm gonna just leave it off there. You know. See ya.